Awaken Wonders, the Crossroads have a message for you. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are blessed. I hope you are feeling enlightened in your energy. I hope you're not allowing anyone to take you out of your energy. I hope that you are praying. I hope that your blessings are bountiful. I pray that you're at peace. It's been a little minute since we've seen each other last, but I am so happy to be here with you, and I'm so happy that you are here with me. Let's start off the reading by giving gratitude to God first and foremost for all the amazing things that He has done for us, for His grace and His mercy. I'd like to thank our ancestors, our spirit guides, for allowing us to continue this legacy, for choosing us, for this path, for their resilience, for the tenacity, for the traditions and the heritage that they carried and kept so that we can have it today. We call upon them now to help us and protect us as we channel this energy. We ask them to tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help them God. We call on the spirits of our spirits, spirits of my spirits, spirits of my Orbeez, spirits of my ancestors, spirits of my spirit guides, spirits of the earth, spirits of these decks, spirits of benevolent, high frequency energy, spirit of the highest twilight. Come down and be with us at this time. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you've done, all that you're doing, and all that you will in the future. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. Alright, Spirit. Who is this message for today? The Judge. Libra. What do they need to know? What are we focusing on? First and foremost, the Goddess Circle. Father of Water. Creature of Freedom. Okay, so off the bat, and then at the bottom we have Nurture the Harvest, the Matriarch. So right off the bat, I'm getting it might be time to connect to Father God or whoever you may deem the Most High, whoever you may deem your God, in order to restore some kind of balance, because we have the scales, and then we also have balance and harmony with the Father of Water, and the Wheel of Fortune. That is all very scales energy. So these were all in reverse. When I looked at them, they fell out like this. But if they were facing, it would be facing you upright. 43, 10, 31, 11, 24, 3, 12 could be significant. Yeah, something about restoring order. We have 10, 11, 12. There's something about the feminine energy. I feel like this is for Libra Divine Feminine, because you have literally all the goddesses, and then at the bottom of the deck you have matriarch. So something with your mother's side of your family could be significant. Healing maternal wounds. Restoring your peace. I feel like you're ignoring something. The truth. There's a need for you to choose freedom instead of bondage, instead of staying in a cycle that you know is not good for you. Yeah, like it's like you're afraid to risk it all. But your guides are like sitting there waiting for you to take that leap of faith. That's the truth. Waiting for you to take that leap of faith so they can catch you and provide you with your abundance. Yeah, something about you being detached from your sensitivity, but either way you're going to be very victorious, very successful. So maybe balancing out your yin and your yang. Yeah. Going through a rebirth, or you went through a rebirth and you're coming out of it. And there could be some like lower vibrations still trying to attach themselves to you because they see how much you've changed. Yeah, you're not going through the same trials and tribulations you went through before. You're not lacking self-care anymore. You're starting to give more love to yourself, and you're manifesting miracles. Okay. Let's leave this out. Let's clarify this energy. There could be like something about matriarchal, that's not a word, maternal inheritance or something like that. Or maybe just looking back on your mother's lineage, getting closer to your mother's side of the family. Yeah, do the work in the upright. Clarify this energy, Spirit. Clarify this energy, Spirit. Anything else from this day that you want us to know? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Have to do the work in the upright. Visualize abundance in all forms, reverse. Dream of abundance, reverse. And have courage to ask for and accept help, and reverse. So you could be like between a rock and a hard place, and you may be unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You might be in this place where you feel like it's been in lack for so long, even though you could have nothing and still be abundant because of your spirit, because of your essence, because of your favor. But for some reason you haven't been seeing it like that. So I say visualize abundance in all forms, in all the forms that they materialize. Okay, so the first one says, do the work. It is not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. I can definitely relate to that. Like, when we get stuck in ruts, whether they're emotional or mental, or physical, spiritual, whatever, it is hard for us to see all the blessings that we have around us. It's hard for us to pull ourselves up and get ourselves back in the game, especially when we, see the world around us. We compare ourselves to other people sometimes, and we just see how great things are going for them. We see how fast things are moving for them, and we think, oh my God, we're so behind. Like, what are we gonna do? Time is ticking. Time is moving faster and faster and faster. It seems like every day. But the truth is, you're right where you need to be. Everything is in alignment. So you can't be too hard on yourself, and you can't stay in that sunken place. You have to get up, and you have to do the work. You have to push yourself to do it scared, to do it tired, to do it weak, to do it frustrated, to do it confused, because that's the only way you're going to get through it. That's the only way you're going to see yourself on the other side. That's the only way you're going to find the beauty in yourself. Okay. It says dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Okay, so pay attention to your dreams. This was in reverse, so you're not paying attention to your dreams. If you have a hard time remembering your dreams, definitely getting a journal and writing it down, or keeping the notes in your phone. It says visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Okay, have courage to ask for help. Ask and accept help. I know it's like, we never want to ask for help, that's like we see that as like a taboo, like, oh my God, especially if you don't have people around you who you feel like you can trust enough to be vulnerable and admit that you need help. But I feel like Spirit is giving you the okay, as long as they're like vetted, like don't, because some people are wicked and they will just like hold that against you. I can relate to that as well. It's just like the people you feel like you can trust sometimes might be the ones to turn their back on you the most. So you just have to really use your discernment. It says asking for help is a sign of strength. I'm sorry, my lashes, y'all. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often, when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. At the bottom of the deck, we have face your financial fears. I know a lot of us, especially Black and brown people of color, we didn't grow up learning about financial literacy and things like that. So like now that we are older, it seems almost like impossible. It seems like it's impossible to really get where we want to be financially. I feel like Spirit is telling you you have to break that curse. You have to break that curse for yourself. You have to break it for your lineage. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that fearful state of mind. And that, I'm sorry, y'all, that state of mind is going to bring forth lack because it's a poverty mindset. So it says, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you will realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. And the next card is deservingness. So all of this abundance that is coming towards you, it is well deserved. I feel like you've been doing the work, even if it's slowed down for a while. I feel like you know, you're not the one to stay lazy. You're not the one to just forget about what it is, your purpose that you're supposed to, I feel like it just depends on your circumstances, and sometimes it's hard. Some days are harder than others. Excuse me. Yeah, some days are harder than others, but you always pull through, and that's why you're being rewarded. For your persistence and patience. It says, let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Okay? So let's get deeper into that. Actually, I think I want to leave these out just so I can have a reference point. And I think I want to actually actually read the, I think I actually want to read the book for these. Okay, let's see here. So we got 10. The Goddess Circle. It says, the powerful Egyptian goddesses and queens from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. Kitesh, Nefertiti, Ma'at, Sekhmet, and Isis. Aset showed up for this goddess circle. Their unified power creates a portal of unlimited choices and transformation. One thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it keeps turning. For some of your ancestors, it was difficult to feel joy for joy's sake. Heal their energy by celebrating your now. Learn what it feels like to revel in joy, pleasure, and fun just for the sake of it. And then it says the declaration or the affirmation is, I'm a winner, baby. Okay? I'm a winner. All right, let's go to the judge. The judge comes forward as a Sakarabu, god of the moon cycles, judgment, healing, harvest, and retribution. For the these words are hard to pronounce. Agni, people of Guinea, and retribution for the Agni people of Guinea. Okay. It says some of your ancestors have to be wishy-washy to survive. Clarity is required. And the declaration is, every day in exciting ways, things are working out for me. Okay. So something about, yeah, like we said, something about restoring alignment to truth. We're gonna see. Okay, then we have did we have 12? Oh yeah, that was at the top. Okay, so it says, great ancestors, Sarah Kali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian hold on. Okay. Great ancestors, Sarah Kali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani. Oral history says that Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage as the daughters of Jesus of Nazareth and Mary Magdalene. Okay, like I said, your favor. Okay, so it was in the reverse, guys, so we're going to read the shadow aspect of it. It says, you are not overestimating how challenging this moment is. It's difficult. You are being impulsive and falling on addictive patterns, but that's not going to help you here. Neither is seeing the world through victim-colored glasses. The declaration is, I surrender all and trust. Yeah, that would make sense as to why these other ones were in reverse. Yeah, like we said, we're trying to get into the energy of choosing freedom instead of staying in that karmic cycle. Okay. I guess we can go to the matriarch. Okay, since it's at the bottom. Nurture the harvest. The matriarch is depicted by a Maasai elder overlooking her beloved village of Burkina Faso. The ancestral energy is loving, charismatic, fertile, beautiful, nurturing, and rooted in the divine feminine. The matriarch is deeply connected to Mother Nature, and you are the child wrapped in the safety of her loving bosom. Yeah, so something about restoring your sensitivity, connecting to your divine feminine. Yes, this is definitely a divine feminine reading. Connecting to your womb. Not letting no dusty man, no dusty woman, no dusty nobody taint your energy, your essence. Like, Okay, for many of our ancestors, vulnerability was not allowed. Allow yourself now to be vulnerable in their honor, and to honor yourself, my child. We are taking care of you and yours. Trust in the It's hard. It's hard. I'm just gonna skip it. Trust in the abundance that surrounds you, and cultivate gratitude for the blessings. And the declaration is, I am nurturing, abundant, and fertile with possibilities. Okay, so that's the Empress card. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to 24, which is Creature of Fire. Choose freedom. The creature of fire is the animal spirit lion. Mbuya Nyanda channeled a Mhondoro, an ancestral lion spirit, in her battle against the colonizers of Zimbabwe. My beautiful child, sometimes your intense fiery energy can be all over the place. You are quick to anger. Get grounded. Go to nature and put your feet in the earth, the sand, or the ocean. Touch grass. It's great to be bursting with energy, but calm down and take a moment. You're doing too much. And something's calling me to read the reverse aspect too, because like I said again, all of these were in reverse when they came out, but I'm reading them in the upright because when I face it to the camera, it's facing upright. And we kind of already went over what it could mean in the reverse, so but I'm going to read it for this card. It says, frustration is the energy of the moment. As you are unsure of how or why to move ahead, you are filled with fear. There's fear again. You have been asking, what if I reveal my true self? What if you don't? Is the real question. Like, what if you don't and you stay in that stagnant energy? You're not going to have this abundance that they were talking about. You're just going to continue to be in that state of lack. The declaration is, I'm on fire. I make it happen. Like, yeah, okay, I make it happen. That's what we're doing. Reaching our fullest potential, getting out of our own way, making it happen. Okay, the next one is going to be Father of Water. It says, this ancestor comes forward as Sanswafi, Zulu god of healing. He brings forth the energy of giving and receiving compassion and kindness. This ancestor is kind, generous, and centered. I don't like how they word things in here, but okay. This ancestor is a kind, my bad, I skipped the letter. I skipped the word. This ancestor is a kind, generous, and centered father, stable and calm in the raging seas of life. In some traditions, he is a goddess rather than a god. Let me see which one I want to choose to read, upright or reverse. Okay, so the shadow aspect can be someone you're dealing with, but I'm not being called to read that because this is not for the person you're dealing with. This is for you, so I'm gonna read it in the upright. Have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? This is very different from patriarchal energy. You are capable of balance and worthy of loving and being loved fully and completely. And the declaration is, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. So there could also be something with there could be something surrounding parental needing to heal something with your parents as well. Like not only your mother, but your mother, if y'all know what parental means, your mother and your father. And it might not just stem from childhood. It might, it could have been something you experienced as an adult as well, teenager. Maybe if you had a good paternal role model, maybe the type of men you've been attracting have been the opposite of that, and maybe they're calling you to look back at the things that he's taught you, so you know your worth. Like, this is a god, this is a king. You shouldn't be accepting anything less than that. Okay, the last card. 43, Father of God. Alright. Allowing yourself, hold on. Father God shows up as Olofin, Ajay, the omnipresent, omnipotent incarnation of the supreme God in the Yoruba religion. He is the just ruler of heaven and the earth. Allowing yourself to be authentic is a privilege denied to many who came before. How can you be more of yourself, my beloved child? Are you willing to drop the mask at home and in the rest of your life? And the declaration is, I keep it real. Well, yes. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is not only talking to my collective, I feel like this is talking to all the wonders, including myself, because like I spoke about earlier, like finding your beauty, I've been able to do that, and it just feels so good, especially after, like being in situations and relationships with people platonic and otherwise, that have made me like question my worth, that have put me in competition with other people. It was good to like return to myself. And I'll actually share. This came at like the perfect time. It was a little reel that popped up on my Instagram feed from I Got Time, and that man, he speaks the truth. Hold on, let me find it, y'all. Here it is. Okay. So it says, messed around and found my attraction. Now I can see the stars. I'm different. I'm finally able to say, I don't care. Either you fit in my world or goodbye, toodaloo. I'm busy. I got manifesting to do. Guaranteed my reality is cool with me, and you too want to be a part of it, but not acting like that, boo. I'm cute, popular to the boot, great hair, and I have delicious aura. That's why they all stare. It really gives, yes, I really did. I'm her and him. I found the appearance that I love, and the spell has been broken. They had me because I didn't think I was beautiful, but now I know I am. I don't have to chase beauty anymore because I'm it. I see it in me when I see me, so now I am opening myself up completely to all of me. All I needed was one more rung on the ladder for myself to be like, oh, that's me. That's what I'm like. I made it. Many congratulations. Maybe my shit don't stink. Maybe I'm actually as beautiful as I thought I was in the beginning. Maybe I am as talented as I thought myself to be before the world got a hold of me. I was always the prize, the missing link, the one. I won. Period. I thought that was so beautiful. Like it literally, it came when I was having my epiphany, and I was just like, oh yes, I need all of that. I need all of that. So that's where my collective is right now. We finding our beauty. We've found it, and now we're stepping into the abundance that it's gonna bring. Okay, so let's see what else is coming out for my beautiful wonders. Decisions. Let's see. I haven't used this deck in a while. It was actually gifted to me. I think it's called the Lateria. 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 Let me move this up so I can actually shuffle good. Some of you have been dealing with a toxic partner, toxic family, toxic, I'm hearing toxic beings. I'm here given the circumstances, you were right and they were wrong in that moment, in every moment, in every moment that was. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he lost his mind. He put hands on you. I'm hearing he's never going to get to experience you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hearing he's never gonna get to experience you in that capacity again. Hold on, spirit. Oh, if this came out, just put it right there. Give me something to do the work. No. Okay, give me one for choose freedom. Yeah, as that came out, I was here telling people, oh my God, I'm about to start crying out. Listen, if someone is abusing you in any way, shape, or form, I don't give a goddamn if it's verbal, if it's mental, financial, spiritual, physical. Speak the fuck up. There is no way, as a victim, there is no way, looking at your energy, there is no way that you should be sitting there taking that from anybody. I'm here including yourself. Oh man, this is gonna take a wild turn. I feel it. Alright. Yeah, like you were afraid to. You afraid to get a nigga to boot for what? I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. I understand. But you don't understand. Your people got your back more than anything. Alright. Let's get into it. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you the cards. I'm gonna show you all the cards. El gallo, el bandolón, la sirena, la sirena, la sirena, this is reverse, el cartel, reverse, el pájaro. So it's like, for me, it's giving you need to sound some kind of, excuse my language, you need to sound the fucking alarm. Mary, ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, and I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. What? Then they could put you in they put you in a third-party relationship. Not be third party, it might just be them blatantly cheating with multiple people. Alright. El gallo. El gallo greets each day with a gander. He roosts high off the earth so that the sunlight touches his feathers first, adding color and brilliance to his costume. This proud, steady, and reliable being marks the beginning of every new day. Could this be a new beginning for you? Is there something you must rise above? When drawn in the room, that's up, right? Okay. Heightening your awareness or taking some much needed time away can be lonely, but trust that this is your charge for now. Respect your body's natural rhythms and be mindful of your morning ritual, at least for now. trying to welcome each new day with honor and whatever enthusiasm your energy level allows. Most importantly, let the sunrise seep into your skin, illuminating all your splendid colors. This is falling on poetic justice. Give me a second, y'all. Something about like fabrication. Seeing past fabrications. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not used to like going by the text, so I'm like trying to incorporate that with what I'm channeling. Maybe with what I was channeling, this could be a completely different situation, but with what I was channeling before, maybe you need to have that heightened awareness to where you're not continuing to be blinded by someone's actions. So you're not continuing to be blinded by the fact that you need to get the fuck away from this person because they're disrupting your circadian, is what I'm hearing. Alright, let's go to that card is in here. Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw Ladama. Alright, we'll go El Carton. Catherine. El Catherine enjoys the finer flavors of life. Yeah, it's giving like, when I say this, it's like player, big player, a little player because he's in reverse. It's giving like that narcissist energy. Enjoys the finer flavors of life. His elegance is an embodiment of the beauty he sees in his surroundings. He also appreciates classic molds of style, not necessarily the trends of the moment. When it comes to minor decisions and matters of taste, stick to what is timeless. Oh wow. Y'all look at this. It just blew my mind, didn't even think of it. Look at what this is falling on top of. Can y'all see that? Father of water, visualize abundance in all forms. Yeah, there could be a masculine that is blocking your abundance. Yeah, he's like, it's that facade, it's that fabrication. Like, he's not who he says he is. He doesn't even give. He doesn't even give suave, you know. You might have, with the father being upright and El Kachin being reversed, he could have gave that in the beginning. But now he's like, you know, he's not really all that. It says, when drawn in reverse, El Kachin's heels are kicked up. Have fun with this card and all that it conjures for you. Use it as an exercise to spruce up your wardrobe. Step into an art gallery, stand out in a crowd, or simply enjoy sophisticated conversation. Above all, be dapper. Yeah, so like I said, he's not, he's giving bummy energy. He's giving a very bummy energy. Okay, we're going to the siren. The siren is of two worlds. It may symbolize a liminal state you are experiencing. Is your nature shifting in some way? Perhaps you have been feeling neither fully here nor there. Ancient myths from various cultures have viewed half-human or betwixt beings as magical creatures of noteworthy origins. Are you at this moment able to see your own magic and beauty? Wow. That's falling on top of the goddess of circle and dreams of abundance, which really matches that mystical energy of the siren. And it's giving Lasarine. It is Lasarine, which is like the voodoo pantheon, the voodoo deity. That's equivalent to like Yemaya, Mamiwata. So she is a goddess, she is a deity. Wow. The way this, guys, the way things just like fall out is crazy. The way spirit be talking is crazy. It's amazing. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so somebody could be trying to keep you stuck in this cycle, to hinder your dreams, to hinder your abundance, to hinder your forward movement, to hinder you moving forward from them, to hinder you from releasing them. The sirens of old lore sometimes lead sailors to their destruction. Beware of being lured by temptation that could be harmful in the long run or could divert you from your true path. Alternately, the siren could signify a strong connection to water, especially if drawn in reverse. Perhaps the ocean is beckoning you for a visit. Almost any body of water can be nourishing, even a salt or herbal bath. So you could, yeah, you could need to take a spiritual bath, a cord cutting. Get that motherfucker out of here. You need a cord cutting. Black walnuts. I will link the vendor that I get them from off Etsy in this video. Cause yeah, nah, we're not moving into the new season with negative attachments. It's not worth it. Take it from me. Alright. So it's 40, yeah, 17. I'm all the way back here. Okay, then the next one is El Bandolon. This gives me, and I love how it fell on top of Father God. This gives me like trumpet energy, like judgment. With radical truth, it gives me judgment. It says, you are an instrument in this moment. moving with music, animated by inspiration. You have taken an idea and let it resonate deep within. What you have to share in response is a song to others' ears. Yeah, so it could be your destiny to be a leader. It could be your destiny to be a revolutionary, to speak, to be a vessel for Father God, to preach the gospel. To speak your truth, to tell your story, because telling your story could help many people who are in the same situation as you're in. Maybe you need to pray to Father God to help you to find that truth, to find that voice. Music is the universal language, a gift that is almost guaranteed to lift us out of our feelings of loneliness or despair, especially when played or enjoyed live. It could be a time to find some fellow musicians or a jam session, or to sing along to some favorite song. Whether or not you have an affection for music, take a note from this symbol. There is power in harmony and bridging your ideas with those of others. Collaboration could be significant. It's giving Three of Pentacles a little bit. Music healing. So maybe that's the tool you need to be able to help you get out of that rut, like they said, to channel that inner voice, to channel that inner creative, so you can be able to do the work. And I just love also how the parrot fell on choose freedom, because it's a bird. And it's having courage. Having courage is on top of choose freedom as well. I think that's pretty beautiful. Okay, let's see. The birds are singing. You can hear them. The birds are singing. Can you hear them? If not, take a walk or trip to a place where you may delight in their music. All day they chatter, much like humans do, about weather or warnings, about joy, beauty, and the passing of time. Take a break from human babble and instead take joy in the parrot's melody, if only for a moment. Maybe that don't mean parrot, y'all. Maybe that mean bird, but it look like a parrot to me. Okay, it's in the reverse. So it says, alternately, this little parajo could be carrying a bit of a So a little birdie told me, You got some gossip for you. Remember, while sharing important news can be helpful, gossip is not always a good thing. If this card reveals itself in reverse, it could be you who is the subject of twittering, or you may be the recipient of news that is unkind or untrue about someone else. If that is the case, fly away and take care not to listen to what the little birds have to say. I feel like this has to do with you though. I feel like it's something about chatter though, especially with the rooster and the bird being out here. Maybe it could just mean like setting yourself free from the opinions of others. We're gonna get the boot in reverse. La bota. La bota is required for rugged work like building, farming, ranching, or riding. Pulling on your boots can mean adopting a mindset of rigor and diligence. Pulling on your boots can mean adopting a mindset of rigor and diligence. Excuse me. See your project through to a finish. Don't be daunted by the tough labor that lies ahead or the possibility of getting dirty. An inverted boot means it's time to kick up your heels. You've done the hard work that was demanded of you, and now it is time to unwind. Better yet, find a piece of music that gets you in the mood to dance, boots on or barefoot. You're in the calm after the storm, so maybe this is restoring your peace after like a traumatizing encounter. We have the pot on the top of the deck. Says the pot invites a little bit of the wild into your home, a reminder that you belong to the natural world. Now would be a good time to bring a potted plant home or to provide one as a gift. If you already care for one, take time to trim, dust, spruce up, or even talk to your grandparents. Again, getting in nature. The way we care for our plants can mirror the way we care for ourselves. For instance, if your plants are constantly in need of more water, you likely are too. As living beings, our needs are not very different. Nourishment, sunlight, stable ground, and a little love are all we need to thrive. Okay. So you could be cooking somebody's curb because they're not giving you the love that you feel like you deserve. They're not meeting your requirements in love. Okay, let's get into the tarot. Somebody has some fiery energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign. somebody lingering. They're about to come out of the dark. It's a rat. It's a rat, y'all. Off with the tricks. Remain balanced. Remember who you are. I'm trying to siphon your abundance. I'm trying to keep you in confusion. Let's see what this is. Okay, Spirit, can you give us some clarifying energy for the collective? I'm just going to go ahead and say, can you give us some energy for our Divine Feminine collective? What they need to know at this time as it relates to the energy that's already on the board. Girl. Yeah, you're tripping. Tripping. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me read what's on the table first, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up soon because I know we already, Jesus. I did not want this to be, I did not want this to turn out to be a little reading. First of all, we have justice coming up to clarify poetic justice. We're gonna take the road less traveled. Stop fighting against what you know you should be doing, what you know you need to do. Stand in your truth. Somebody could be trying to keep you bound because of your abundance. The Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, remember what I said earlier? Yeah. I I feel like this masculine. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I just accidentally tipped over my little. This is chamomile, honey, and vanilla tea. I use it to wash my hands with, to bring in abundance. And it just tipped over, so it's definitely something to do. Oh, that's nice and thick too. It's something to do with your abundance. Somebody is trying to hinder your abundance, or this, because I see two different masculines here. Sorry about the background noise, y'all. I'm with my family right now, so I see two masculines here. I feel like there's a karmic. Who's trying to keep you in the cycle of okay, so you have the 9 of Cups and you have the 10 of Cups. This is what you want over here. This balance, this contentment. You see how you got that? That's something tangible. That's something that he can give to you. And it's not even about that. It's about, give me a second. Because I have it on the tip of my tongue. It's like, you don't need that because you have that. But he wants to give it to you anyway. That's what it's about. Whereas this masculine over here, he's short-handing you. He's breadcrumbing you. He's the 9 of Cups. He can't even give you all the cups that you need. And he's keeping you in a toxic cycle of temptation, of greed, of lust, of lack. And he don't have nothing in his hands but this sword. And what is that sword gonna do? Exactly. It's gonna stab you. It's gonna hurt you. That's what I'm getting. Like all logic, of course, but no emotion. He's got the pentacles, he's got the cups. This masculine over here. I feel like this is what the universe has ordained for you, but this is what you're stuck in, this toxic cycle of abuse. You have the 2 of Wands, so it's reversed. Balance, balance, balance. better to love and have lost than to love at all. Somebody might try to be getting you to think in that settling mindset, like loss hurts though. I feel like you're thinking, is it better to have love and loss than to love at all? Like, love is a beautiful experience, but not when you're being abused, not when you're being manipulated, not when you're being breadcrumbs, not when you're constantly having to prove yourself, not when your emotions are constantly being criminalized. I feel like you can't trust them. I feel like you shouldn't believe a word they say, divine feminine. I feel like you just need to move on at this point. Give me something else for the divine feminine here. Give me something else for the divine feminine here. Thank you. You are the way, the truth, and the light. Yeah, I feel like as long as you continue to go against yourself, as long as you continue to choose to be left out in the cold over stability, to continue to fixate on this situation, to fixate on this heartbreak, you're going to stay in this. You're going to continue to keep your blessings from coming forward to you. You have to find the strength to overcome the illusion. You have to release to receive. Like, this is clarity that the world is literally yours and the universe is not going against you. You have avoided this tower moment. You have avoided this masculine that lacks emotional stability and intelligence. And it doesn't have to be a masculine. A masculine showing up, but it could be a feminine. It could be anybody. It could be anything. Hell, your dog could have betrayed you. You kick that motherfucker to the curb. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit just really wants you to know that you are the one. No funny shit. Like I said, I'm hearing you're the way, the truth, and the light. Like, that's playing loud in my head right now. A force by God to be reckoned with. That's what I'm hearing. A force by God to be reckoned with. Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. There's nothing left for you back there, collective, divine feminine. Yeah, the only thing that's back there It's an empty cup, the lack of abundance. Like, you gotta come out of it. You gotta overcome. Yeah, look. There is nothing there. There's nothing that this person, this thing, whether it's a job, whether it's a mindset, there's nothing there. It's pouring out of an empty cup. There's no water. The cups are upside down, so there could be nothing in there. Okay? Look, oh my goodness, y'all. They have literally nothing to offer. Or you shouldn't take the offering. Like, there's no love there. Yeah, I feel like you need to go towards something else. Or in doing so, in letting this go, right, restoring your energy is going to set the wheel of fortune in your favor. It's going to set the wheel of fortune in your favor. Yeah. There's nothing back there. There's nothing in your past that you need. Embrace. You have everything that you need. So move forward. Move forward. You have everything that you need. You don't have to stay in this disillusion. You're so full of abundance, so full of wealth, so full of power. Yeah, you're the manifester, you're the magician, you're the high priestess. You're a force. By God, a force to be reckoned with. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more messages from this deck. A love card. I might get a love card. I don't know. Maybe get a oracle. Alright, closing out with this deck spirit. What else do you need, my divine, my beautiful divine feminine collective to know? Please and thank you. I'm not doing that balance song. These just came out to the Tower with the universe. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to accept their bullshit, collective. Just because you think it's love, it's not. There's no foundation. There's literally nothing that they can give you. You're not, and I see you coming out of it. Like, you're not gonna stay in this. They could have just wanted sex. Very lustful energy, very greedy energy. Yeah, but you're not dealing with that shit no more. You're not allowing them to lie to you anymore. You see right through their bullshit. You're not allowing them to put you in third parties to burden you. Yeah, the black hole is gone. You're tapping into your divinity. You have everything. You're infinite. You have the cup. You have the pinnacle. You have the wand. Come on now. Come on now, divine feminine. Let's go. Come through. Yeah. Yeah. Something with not being a fool. Don't be a fool. Trust the divine guidance that you are being given. It's okay to take the leap of faith, spirit. It is. You are a goddess, you are a king, you are a divinity. You are divinity. It's okay to take the leap of faith towards something better. It's worth it. It's gonna be. You don't even know how good it's about to get. You can't even fathom how good it's about to get. Okay, my battery is low, y'all, so we're gonna get one more card. Let's go to violence. And we're gonna close this mother out. Thank you so much for being here with me this long. I pray that this resonated with y'all in some way, shape, or form. If it didn't, pass it on. Maybe it'll resonate with someone else. Okay, let's continue to grow together. Let's continue to network together. Let's continue to support each other on this journey. Why my deck felt light? My deck felt a little light, but okay. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I love you, beautiful collective. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, Spirit, closing out on this meeting for my marvelous divine feminines. What do they need to know? What would you like to say to them? What encouragement would you like to give them? Please and thank you. Peace and end of cycle. And one more, Spirit. Something about your throat chakra too. Like my throat hasn't been feeling scratchy at all. But now it's just like it's closing. Okay, well, Spirit, I didn't ask for this many, but oof, and these are in reverse, babes. Something is very significant about your dreams, and something is very significant about duality. Okay, you need to be finding that balance between, there's spiritual knowledge and finding the duality between your yin and your yang and your yin, because you are the divine feminine, so your yang and your yin. Okay, doing that shadow work. But there's something very significant about the signs that are being sent to you in your dreams. So please pay attention to that. Okay, and overall, this is once you overcome this, once you are able to finally step away from what is no longer serving you, babes, you're gonna be celebrating, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm not liking how all of these cards came out in reverse, but that's how they came, so I'm gonna take them like that, okay? So we have gratitude in the reverse. We have Lagniap in the reverse. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but we have flow in the reverse. We have end of cycle in the reverse, and then we have peace upright. I feel like you might not be able to go. I feel like you might not be able to find your peace, or not your peace, but you might not be feeling like doing the inner work, or it may be hard for you to flow because you're still in this cycle. But I'm telling you, once you come out of it, everything is gonna be fine. Wow, I flipped right to the page. All right, so let's read it. There are many times throughout our human experience when we make snap decisions from a superficial level without even knowing our true desire. This card has come up in your reading because peace is what you desire right now, even if you don't realize it. Currently, there are too many issues and thoughts swirling around in your life and your mind, keeping you from being at peace. Now is the time to ask yourself what changes are within your power to make that can create a deeper sense of peace for you. To create a deeper connection with yourself at this time and to gain more clarity, it is recommended that you spend some time doing mind, body, and spirit activities such as yoga or meditation. It is also recommended that you spend some time in nature. No matter how small the gesture may seem to you, every little bit counts and is a step closer to your desire. Okay. Lanyap. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Lanyap, a gift. Good intentions always pay off in one way or another. You've pulled this card because although things in your life may not have panned out exactly as you had anticipated, your karmic reward will be quite pleasant and may surprise you. Sometimes the best gifts are the unexpected ones. If you continue to live your life led by positive and loving thoughts and actions, the peaceful and pleasant results may surprise you. Gratitude. Second line parades are a staple of New Orleans culture. The uplifting music and dance signify prevailing circumstances through celebration, whether in celebration of marriage, death, or just the good times in between. Second line parades always emphasize leaning on gratitude and appreciation because all is never lost. This card signifies that it is time for you to remember to celebrate. Sometimes looking at the big picture and all of the steps between the beginning and the end can make it seem like you're on an overwhelmingly endless journey. Giving yourself moments to enjoy any accomplishment, even if it's just the fact that you're still trying, is reason enough to celebrate. The more that you tap into gratitude and appreciation, the sooner you will see things moving more quickly in your desired direction. Feel the music of life and dance a little. You're on your way, and you always have been. New beginnings, no end of cycle. Oh, there's 7, not 2. It's upside down, so I can't. Looks like a 2. Okay, end of cycle. Hurricane Katrina signifies the end of an era in an unexpected and uncomfortable way. The hurricane led not only to the devastation of well-known comforts, but also to the beginning of desired growth and forward movement. Many times it is necessary for things to fall apart in order for them to come together. If this card has shown up in your reading, you can expect that your comfort zones have been shaken up. The good news is that whatever your perception of change or loss is in this situation, there are wishes about to be fulfilled on the horizon. Focus your energy on the things that you do have control over. Move forward step by step instead of trying to create the entire plan in advance. There will likely be things that arise during this time that can be perceived as setbacks, but if you focus on what is in your power, this experience will not This experience, while not the easiest, will still prove to have a positive outcome. Flow. Flow is the natural balance of all beings and things. The movement of the ocean and the cycles of the moon are all perfect examples of flow. They are ever changing without judgment and fluid of form. Much like the ocean, the human experience of flow can be rather unpredictable. However, it is always as it should be. It is time for you to be aware of what your flow is without judgment. This can mean anything from a minor change in daily habits that will put you more at ease to major decisions concerning career that may lead to a major decision concerning career that may lead to a huge positive shift in your life. Staying in your flow simply requires the awareness of how your energy is affected by your thoughts or experiences, and choosing the thoughts or experiences that feed into flow instead of taking you out of it. So that ties it right back to what we were talking about in the beginning. Do not let nobody taint your energy, get you out of your essence, out of your flow state, okay? You are the divine feminine. You are the force to be reckoned with. You are the prize. You are the total package. You are a God-given gift, okay? You are graciously, gratefully, exponentially, exceptionally made in his image, okay? And don't you ever forget that, my queens, my beauties, okay? I love you so dearly. I thank you for being here with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.